Have you ever sat and watched someone in their 80s or even their 90s walk across a room, standing tall, steady, and strong? Maybe it's at a family gathering, in a park, or even on the evening news. A 91-year-old dancing at a wedding or briskly making their way to the garden, moving with the kind of confidence and grace you remember from decades ago. Their steps are sure, their balance steady. You can see it in their eyes, the quiet pride of independence, the comfort of knowing their body will do what they ask. It makes you wonder, how do they do it? What's their secret? Why, as years go by, do some people seem to keep that spring in their step, while others find their world shrinking, one unsteady morning, one wobbly stare, one missed walk at a time? Maybe you felt it yourself, that small fear as you stand up from your favorite chair, your heart beating just a little faster, quietly hoping your legs will catch you. Or that moment before climbing stairs when you hold the railing just a little tighter, wondering if your knees are up to the task. Perhaps you've started to notice yourself hesitating, checking your footing, or even avoiding certain trips outside because you're not sure you'll feel strong enough today. The ache that lingers after an afternoon in the garden, the worry that your legs will give out halfway to the mailbox, or the silent hope that nobody notices when you lean a bit too hard on the grocery cart. For many, these aren't just physical changes, they're emotional ones too. There's a longing for the freedom you used to have, the independence that made each day feel like an open door. There's the sting of missing out on a grandchild's soccer game, a friend's birthday lunch, a favorite walk in the park, simply because your legs don't feel as trustworthy as they once did. Each year, each birthday, the world can feel a little smaller, not because your spirit is fading, but because your body is quietly changing. But here's the truth that almost no one says out loud. It isn't just about getting older. It isn't just luck or genes. The real reason some people keep moving freely into their 90s while others struggle isn't just fate. It's a mix of choices, habits, and sometimes a tiny secret hiding in plain sight. Why do some people in their late 80s or 90s still have the strength to join family for a walk, to get up out of a chair without a second thought, to garden, to dance, or simply to live each day on their own terms? Is it really possible to fight back against weak muscles, against the slow creeping loss of independence that so many fear? And if so, how? That's what we're here to explore together. You're not alone. Thousands are on this same journey, searching for answers and a bit of hope. Maybe, just maybe, the secret isn't some expensive treatment, a lifetime of perfect habits, or a rare genetic gift. What if it's something almost everyone can try? Something so small and simple you might have swept it off your kitchen counter and never given it a second thought? Today we're going to pull back the curtain on a natural, gentle muscle builder, one that could make the difference between a life filled with cautious steps and a life full of confident ones. We're not talking about another pill, a chalky shake, or a magic gadget. This is about real food, real science, and real stories from people who have found their way back to strength, one day and one bite at a time. So if you've ever wondered why some people keep their independence while others watch it slip away, if you're ready to find out whether the answer could be as small and powerful as a seed, then you're in the right place. Stay with us, ask your questions, and imagine for a moment. What could your days look like if your legs felt steady and strong again? What would you do with a little more freedom? Could something as tiny as a seed truly change the way you move, walk, and live? Let's get curious together. Picture yourself next month or next year with the steady steps and quiet confidence you thought you'd lost. Could the real secret to staying strong be something tiny, hiding in plain sight? Have you ever sat and watched someone in their 80s or even their 90s walk across a room, standing tall, steady, and strong? Maybe it's at a family gathering, in a park, or even on the evening news. A 91-year-old dancing at a wedding or briskly making their way to the garden, moving with the kind of confidence and grace you remember from decades ago. Their steps are sure, their balance steady. You can see it in their eyes, the quiet pride of independence, the comfort of knowing their body will do what they ask. It makes you wonder, how do they do it? What's their secret? Why, as years go by, do some people seem to keep that spring in their step, while others find their world shrinking. One unsteady morning, one wobbly stare, one missed walk at a time. Maybe you felt it yourself. That small fear as you stand up from your favorite chair, your heart beating just a little faster, quietly hoping your legs will catch you. Or that moment before climbing stairs, when you hold the railing just a little tighter, wondering if your knees are up to the task. Perhaps you've started to notice yourself hesitating, checking your footing, or even avoiding certain trips outside because you're not sure you'll feel strong enough today. The ache that lingers after an afternoon in the garden, the worry that your legs will give out halfway to the mailbox, or the silent hope that nobody notices when you lean a bit too hard on the grocery cart. For many, these aren't just physical changes. They're emotional ones too. There's a longing for the freedom you used to have, the independence that made each day feel like an open door. There's the sting of missing out on a grandchild's soccer game, a friend's birthday lunch, a favorite walk in the park, simply because your legs don't feel as trustworthy as they once did. Each year, each birthday, the world can feel a little smaller, not because your spirit is fading, but because your body is quietly changing. But here's the truth that almost no one says out loud. It isn't just about getting older. It isn't just luck or genes. The real reason some people keep moving freely into their 90s while others struggle isn't just fate. It's a mix of choices, habits, and sometimes a tiny secret hiding in plain sight. Why do some people in their late 80s or 90s still have the strength to join family for a walk, to get up out of a chair without a second thought, to garden, to dance, or simply to live each day on their own terms? Is it really possible to fight back against weak muscles, against the slow, creeping loss of independence that so many fear? And if so, how? That's what we're here to explore together. You're not alone. Thousands are on the same journey, searching for answers and a bit of hope. Maybe, just maybe, the secret isn't some expensive treatment, a lifetime of perfect habits, or a rare genetic gift. What if it's something almost everyone can try? Something so small and simple you might have swept it off your kitchen counter and never given it a second thought? Today we're going to pull back the curtain on a natural, gentle muscle builder. One that could make the difference between a life filled with cautious steps and a life full of confident ones. We're not talking about another pill, a chalky shake, or a magic gadget. This is about real food, real science, and real stories from people who have found their way back to strength, one day and one bite at a time. So if you've ever wondered why some people keep their independence while others watch it slip away, if you're ready to find out whether the answer could be as small and powerful as a seed, then you're in the right place. Stay with us, ask your questions, and imagine for a moment. What could your days look like if your legs felt steady and strong again? What would you do with a little more freedom? Could something as tiny as a seed truly change the way you move, walk, and live? Let's get curious together. Picture yourself next month or next year with the steady steps and quiet confidence you thought you'd lost. Could the real secret to staying strong be something tiny, hiding in plain sight? For years, most of us have been told the same story about muscle and protein. If you want to stay strong, you have to load up on eggs, meat, or big tubs of protein powder. That's just the way it is, the advice goes. Animal foods are king, and plant foods are for rabbits and side salads. Maybe your own health coach or a well-meaning friend has said it, eat more chicken or add an egg to your breakfast. Maybe you've felt the pressure to fill your plate with foods that don't always sit well with your body, heavy, hard to chew, or just not what you enjoy anymore. Does this sound familiar? It's easy to see why these beliefs stick around. For decades, nutrition experts focused on animal protein as the gold standard for building muscle. After all, our bodies use protein to rebuild muscle fibers, repair tissue, and keep us moving with power and purpose. But what if that old advice is due for an update? What if science is now showing there's more than one way to keep your muscles strong, even after 60, 70, or 90 years? The truth is, new research is flipping the old wisdom on its head. Studies from top universities now confirm that plant-based proteins, when you choose the right ones, can be just as effective for muscle health as those found in eggs or meat. The key is quality and consistency, not just the source. Certain seeds and grains actually contain all 9 essential amino acids, meaning your body can use them right away for repair and growth. The building blocks your muscles crave. But why haven't most seniors heard this? Why are supermarket shelves still lined with chalky shakes and cartons of egg whites, while the best plant sources are often buried on the bottom shelf or missing from the conversation entirely? Part of it is habit. Part of it is marketing. Part of it is simply the slow pace of change in nutrition science. For years, plant protein was overlooked, misunderstood, or dismissed as not quite enough. But if you look closer at the latest studies, at athletes who rely on plants for recovery, at the growing number of health coaches recommending seeds and nuts for aging bodies, you'll see a new story taking shape. Here's where curiosity comes alive. Could it be that one tiny humble seed, smaller than a grain of sand, packs enough power to rival the protein in eggs, but with none of the heaviness, cholesterol, or digestive complaints? Imagine making a single change to your breakfast or snack, sprinkling a spoonful over oatmeal, stirring it into yogurt, or blending it into a morning smoothie, and knowing you're getting real muscle-building nutrition just from a spoonful or two. Could it really be that simple? Thousands are already discovering that the answer is yes. You're not alone. Seniors everywhere are making the switch and finding that you don't have to force down extra meat or chug gritty shakes to fuel your muscles. With the right plant-based protein, you can support your strength naturally, gently, and without side effects. For many, that means fewer stomach upsets, less heaviness after meals, and more flexibility in how you eat, whether you love sweet breakfasts, savory soups, or simple snacks. Think about it. Why should the secret to muscle health be hard, expensive, or unappetizing? Why shouldn't it fit right into your everyday life, blending easily into what you already enjoy? Could a single spoonful a day really make a difference in how you move, feel, and live? Stay with us, because in the next section, we'll reveal the tiny, overlooked seed that's quietly transforming strength and confidence for seniors everywhere. You may have walked past it 100 times at the grocery store, never realizing the power it holds. Could it be the missing piece you've been searching for? Let's find out together. So what is this tiny powerhouse that's been quietly sitting on grocery shelves, overlooked by so many? Meet the chia seed, nature's smallest muscle builder, yet one of the most complete and potent foods you can add to your routine. At first glance, chia seeds look like nothing special. Roll a few between your fingers. They're smaller than a grain of rice, feather-light, almost slippery, but don't be fooled by their size. When it comes to supporting strength, stability, and muscle health, especially as you age, these seeds pack a punch that rivals the best animal proteins, and in some ways outshines them. Forget what you've heard about plant protein being not enough. Chia seeds are changing the game. Here's why chia seeds are so special. Just 2 tablespoons deliver almost 5 grams of plant protein, including all 9 essential amino acids, meaning your body gets the full set of building blocks it needs to repair and build muscle. No need to combine them with anything else. It's all there in every spoonful. But the benefits don't stop at protein. Chia seeds are loaded with calcium, ounce for ounce, even more than milk, helping keep your bones dense and sturdy just when you need it most. They offer a generous dose of magnesium to relax tight muscles and support nerves, and potassium for steady energy and to prevent leg cramps. The impressive fiber keeps your digestion moving smoothly and slows sugar absorption, meaning no spikes or crashes. And then there's omega-3 fatty acids, something most seniors don't get enough of. These healthy fats calm inflammation, protect joints, and even boost brain health. Unlike fish oil, chia's omega-3s have no aftertaste and are gentle on the stomach. All this comes in a food that's easy to digest, gluten-free, and fits into almost any plan: vegan, diabetic, or just eating cleaner. Think of it this way: chia seeds are stronger than eggs, easier than shakes. They slip right into your breakfasts and snacks, sprinkle on oatmeal, blend in smoothies, stir into yogurt, or soak for a silky, pudding-like treat. You get a gentle crunch, or if you soak them, a jelly-soft texture. Don't like the taste of protein powders or heavy meat? Chia offers a clean, neutral flavor that never overwhelms. This isn't just hype. Science backs it up. Researchers at respected universities have found that seniors who add chia to their meals can slow muscle loss, sarcopenia, and even improve energy, balance, and confidence. In one study, older adults who enjoyed chia regularly showed steadier legs, greater ease rising from a chair, and even better hydration, thanks to chia's unique ability to soak up and hold water. And you don't have to take our word for it. Just listen to the stories pouring in from seniors around the world. Could this be your story too? Margaret, who once hesitated at the stairs, now climbs with more certainty. It's such a tiny thing, just a spoonful a day, but I feel lighter, steadier, and my mornings are less stiff. Frank, always skeptical of health fads, found after a few weeks of chia in his yogurt, less swelling in his ankles, and more energy on his walks. Louise, struggling with joint pain, now calls chia her morning magic, helping her greet each day with less ache and more optimism. Thousands of people are discovering what science has finally confirmed. The secret to staying strong might not be a big, expensive fix, but a small, simple seed you can enjoy every single day. With chia seeds, you're not just adding nutrition, you're investing in steady legs, stable balance, and the freedom to keep living life on your terms. You might not feel a dramatic change overnight. Most people notice small improvements in energy and movement after a week or two. But isn't it worth a try? If one spoonful could help you regain the strength you thought you'd lost, what would that mean for your life? In the next section, we'll show you exactly how to use chia seeds, deliciously, simply, and safely, to give your muscles the daily boost they deserve. Plus, you'll learn one tip to avoid the most common chia mistake that can block all these benefits. Stay tuned. If you're like most people, you probably grew up hearing that real protein means eggs for breakfast, chicken for dinner, maybe a thick steak or a glass of milk to keep your muscles strong. And there's no denying eggs, meat, and dairy are good sources of protein. But for many seniors, these foods can bring challenges. Heavy, hard to digest, sometimes tough on the stomach or even the heart. Maybe you found yourself avoiding meat after a certain hour, skipping eggs because of cholesterol, or looking at those chalky protein shakes with more dread than excitement. Does any of that sound familiar to you? So how does chia stack up, really, against the classic muscle-building foods? Let's compare, one by one. Eggs. A single large egg gives you about 6 grams of protein, but it also comes with cholesterol, and for some, a risk of tummy upset. Scrambled eggs are soft, but not everyone loves the taste or the effort of cooking every morning. While eggs deliver all essential amino acids, they can't offer the fiber, omega-3s, or gentle hydration you get from chia. For those watching cholesterol or dealing with sensitivities, eggs are a sometimes food. Meat, chicken, beef, pork. A small portion of chicken breast or lean beef can provide 20 to 25 grams of protein. But meat takes time and energy to prepare and can be hard to chew or digest, especially for seniors with dental issues or slower digestion. Red meats in particular bring saturated fat and cholesterol, which can be tough on the heart over time. After a heavy meal, you might notice that tired, sluggish feeling, your body working overtime to break it all down. Protein shakes and powders. Protein powders are marketed as the easy fix for muscle loss. But let's be honest, many taste gritty, artificial, or leave a heavy, bloated feeling behind. Some are loaded with sugar or mystery ingredients you can't pronounce. For those with sensitive digestion, shakes can cause gas, discomfort, or just never sit quite right. And they're rarely satisfying or enjoyable. More like a task to check off than a treat to savor. Now compare that to chia seeds. Just 2 tablespoons of chia pack almost 5 grams of complete, plant-based protein. Every amino acid your muscles need to rebuild and repair. That's nearly as much protein per bite as an egg, but with none of the cholesterol or heaviness. They're naturally free of cholesterol and saturated fat, so your heart and arteries stay happy. Chia is gentle on digestion. No heaviness, no tummy upset, just a clean, light energy you can actually feel. And because chia absorbs liquid and swells up, you get lasting hydration, helping muscles recover and preventing the dry, achy feeling that sometimes lingers after a protein-heavy meal. Best of all, chia fits in anywhere. No strong taste, no strange afterflavors, just a soft crunch or, if you soak them, a silky pudding-like texture that blends seamlessly into yogurt, oatmeal, smoothies, or even soups and stews. Imagine a breakfast that leaves you light on your feet, not heavy in your belly, a snack that's actually refreshing, or a dessert that supports your strength without weighing you down. With chia, there's no need to force yourself through another bland shake or struggle with heavy meals. Just easy, natural energy. Let's bust another myth. Some say plant protein just doesn't measure up. That may have been true for some foods in the past, but chia seeds are different. They provide all 9 essential amino acids, just like eggs or meat, but with bonus benefits: more fiber, more omega-3s, more gentle minerals, and a lower impact on blood sugar or cholesterol. They're safe for most diets, don't spike glucose, and even support healthy digestion. Think of chia as the missing piece in your protein puzzle. Soft crunch, silky gel, blends right in. No fuss, no extra calories, and no guilt. Instead of feeling heavy or sluggish after a meal, you feel light, nourished, and ready for whatever your day brings. You're not alone. Thousands of seniors are making this easy swap, and you can too. You might not feel a huge difference after one meal, but many notice more energy, less heaviness, and better digestion after a week or two. So next time you plan a meal, ask yourself, do you want heavy or do you want steady? With chia, you're not just eating. You're investing in easier mornings, safer steps, and a more confident you. Coming up, we'll show you exactly how to add chia seeds to your day, effortlessly, deliciously, and in ways that make each. Start simple. Sprinkle, stir, enjoy. Just sprinkle a spoonful of chia seeds on your morning oatmeal. They add a gentle crunch and a subtle earthiness that doesn't overpower. If you prefer yogurt, stir a tablespoon right in for an extra boost of protein, fiber, and omega-3s. You'll notice the seeds absorb moisture, becoming slightly plump and soft, almost like tiny, satisfying pearls. Pause and notice the aroma of your oatmeal, the coolness of your pudding, the bright taste of lemon in your chia water. Let your senses enjoy each moment. Smoothie fan? Toss in a tablespoon before you blend. Chia seeds disappear right into the mix, adding thickness and nutrition without changing the flavor. Most people are surprised. Chia has almost no taste of its own, so it lets your favorite flavors shine. Try chia in salads and soups. Don't limit yourself to breakfast. Sprinkle chia onto salads for a nutty undertone and bursts of texture. Stir them into soups or stews just before serving. They won't dissolve or get mushy, but instead provide a subtle, pleasant bite in every spoonful. Make chia pudding for a delicious, healthy dessert. Combine 3 to 4 tablespoons of chia seeds with 1 cup of your favorite milk, dairy, almond, oat, or coconut. Stir well, let it sit in the fridge for at least 20 minutes. Overnight is even better. And watch as the seeds soak up the liquid, turning into a silky, spoonable pudding. Add a splash of vanilla, honey, or a handful of berries for natural sweetness. Each bite is creamy, cool, and deeply satisfying. Dessert that's good for your muscles, bones, and heart. Chia Water, hydrate and energize. Stir a teaspoon or 2 into a glass of water with lemon and let it sit for 5 minutes. The seeds swell, creating a mild, refreshing drink that gives you a boost of natural energy and helps your body hold on to moisture all day. No special prep, no pressure, and remember, it's okay if you forget a day. Just pick up where you left off. Small steps add up. You don't have to cook, soak, or prep ahead if you don't want to. Just grab, sprinkle, and go. If you've ever worried this would be too hard, I promise. It's one of the easiest health upgrades you'll ever try. Thousands of seniors are discovering that even a single spoonful a day can make a difference. Sensory joy, make meals special. Notice the little things. The soft crunch in your oatmeal, the silky texture in your pudding, the tiny pop as you bite into a spoonful of yogurt. Chia's mild taste brings out the best in every bite. No strange flavors, just what you already love. Safety tips: go slow, stay hydrated, check with your health coach. For most, chia is perfectly safe and easy to digest. But if you're new to fiber, start small, then build up. Drink plenty of fluids. If you have trouble swallowing, soak chia or mix into soft foods. Always check with your health coach before big changes, especially with blood thinners or allergies. Troubleshooting. Texture issues? If you're sensitive to textures, try blending chia into smoothies or stirring into warm soups. Prefer crunch? Add them to salads and yogurt. If pudding isn't your favorite, use just a sprinkle at a time until you get used to the feeling. Emotional anchor. Tiny habit, big result. The real secret isn't about finding the perfect recipe. It's about making chia seeds a gentle, enjoyable part of your day. A small act of self-kindness that adds up. With every spoonful, you're supporting your muscles, nourishing your bones, and investing in the freedom to keep moving strong. Invitation to share. Join the Senior Club community. If you discover a favorite way to enjoy chia, share it in the comments below. Your tip could help someone else feel more comfortable and confident. Our Senior Club is here to celebrate each small step and every delicious success along the way. Coming up, we'll share real stories from seniors just like you. What they noticed in their first week, what changes to look for, and how a tiny daily habit can spark big, hopeful results. Let's talk about what really happens when seniors add chia seeds to their lives. Not just the science, but the true stories from people like Margaret, Frank, and Louise, who were willing to try something new for the sake of stronger legs and a fuller life. These aren't isolated cases. Every week, our Senior Club hears from people just like you, taking their first steps toward change. Margaret's story begins the way many do, with a cautious hope. She had watched her energy slip away over the years. Every morning, rising from bed felt like a small battle. She'd steady herself at the edge of the mattress, worried her knees would wobble. Margaret started adding a spoonful of chia seeds to her oatmeal every morning, telling herself it probably wouldn't matter, but hoping all the same. Within a week, the change was gentle but real. It wasn't like magic, she says, but I felt a little steadier, like my legs were more trustworthy. Even her afternoon walks became easier. The cool grass under her feet, the sunlight on her face, and the swelling around her ankles didn't seem quite as stubborn. It felt good to do something kind for myself, instead of just worrying. Frank was a skeptic. He didn't like the idea of health fads, Margaret, but after hearing that chia could help with muscle loss, he decided to blend them into his morning smoothie. Just 1 tablespoon to start. By the 3rd day, he noticed his usual heaviness after breakfast was gone. I didn't get that bloated, sluggish feeling. My energy felt cleaner. By the end of the first week, Frank found himself reaching the mailbox without stopping to catch his breath. Maybe it's just a small difference, but it's enough to make me want to keep going. Louise, who always loved gardening, had started sitting out more days than she liked. She added chia pudding to her evening routine. Like a healthy dessert, she jokes. After a week, her knees felt less stiff when she got up for her morning coffee, and she found herself spending longer in the garden, standing instead of sitting, feeling the gentle warmth of the sun and the earth beneath her shoes. Louise says, "The best part was realizing I could make a difference, even at my age. Every spoonful made me feel hopeful. Could that next story be yours?" These aren't miracles. They're small, steady improvements that add up. And for many, the greatest reward isn't just physical. It's the confidence that comes from knowing you're moving forward, not slipping further behind. For some, the change comes in a day or two. For others, it's a gentle shift that builds over time. Both are worth celebrating. If you're curious, try jotting down how you feel each morning and see what changes. Sometimes the progress is clearer than you expect. Science agrees. Recent studies in seniors have shown that regular intake of chia seeds supports muscle protection and hydration. Researchers found that people who added chia to their diets experienced less muscle loss, sarcopenia over time, and reported improved balance and steadier mornings. The seed's unique ability to soak up water helps deliver slow, steady hydration, so joints and muscles are cushioned and ready to move. Other findings point to better digestion, fewer blood sugar spikes, and reduced inflammation in the joints, helping make each step a little more comfortable. No, chia seeds won't turn back the clock overnight, But with gentle daily use, they offer a realistic path to better mornings, stronger walks, and more confident choices. The progress may be slow, but it's steady, and that's what builds true independence. What really matters isn't just what's happening in your muscles, it's what's happening to your mind and heart. Every time you reach for those tiny seeds, you're telling yourself you're worth the effort. It feels good to do something kind for yourself, to know you're taking control, even if the world says you should slow down. Pause for a moment and imagine. What's the first thing you'd do with your new strength? Would you go for a longer walk, say yes to that outing, play with your grandkids, or spend time in the garden you love? The best journeys start with small steps, and every meal, every day, you're moving closer. We'd love to hear your story too. Share what you notice, what changes first, and what you hope for next. Your courage could be the spark for someone else's new beginning. Coming up, we'll tackle your biggest questions and concerns. How much chia is safe? What if you take medication and more? So you can move forward with confidence and peace of mind. Let's pause for a moment and tackle some of the biggest questions and myths about chia seeds. You're not alone. Every week, our Senior Club inbox fills with these same questions from seniors everywhere. If you've made it this far, you probably have your own what-ifs and curiosities. And you're in good company. Is it safe to eat chia seeds every day? For almost everyone, yes. Chia seeds are perfectly safe as a daily habit. Some people notice more energy or comfort within days. For others, it's a slow build. Listen to your body and enjoy the process. Most people see the best results when they use a spoonful or two consistently. Chia is gentle on your system and unlikely to cause trouble, especially compared to harsher supplements or shakes. As with any food, start slow. Try a teaspoon or tablespoon at first. Then work your way up to 1 or 2 tablespoons per day as your body gets used to the extra fiber. Can I eat chia seeds if I take medications? For most medications, chia seeds pose no problem at all. They don't interact with common prescriptions for blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes. However, if you're on blood thinners or have a history of food allergies, check with your health coach or health coach before adding chia to your meals. It's always wise to bring any new habit up at your next appointment, just to be sure. What if I'm not vegan or vegetarian? Are chia seeds still good for me? Absolutely. Chia isn't just for plant-based eaters. Seniors who enjoy eggs, dairy, fish, or meat can still benefit from the gentle protein, minerals, and healthy fats in chia. Think of it as an extra tool for your health, not a replacement for favorite foods unless you want it to be. How much is enough? Can I have too much? Most people thrive on 1 to 2 tablespoons per day. More than that isn't usually necessary and can cause some digestive discomfort if you're not used to a lot of fiber. Listen to your body. If you notice bloating or changes in digestion, simply use a little less or add more water to your routine. Can chia seeds really replace eggs in recipes? Yes. For anyone with an egg allergy or those who prefer to avoid eggs, chia seeds can act as a natural binder in recipes like pancakes, muffins, or even burgers. Just mix 1 tablespoon of chia seeds with 3 tablespoons of water and let it sit for a few minutes until it turns gel-like. That's your chia egg. It won't taste like eggs, but it helps hold everything together and adds a bit of nutrition. Are there any allergies or restrictions I should know about? Allergies to chia seeds are rare, but not impossible. If you know you're sensitive to other seeds, like flax or sesame, try a very small amount at first. And if you ever feel itchiness, swelling, or digestive upset, stop and talk to your health coach. Do chia seeds work if I miss a day? Yes. Progress isn't about perfection. If you skip a day or a week, just pick up where you left off. The benefits come from gentle, steady habits over time, not a rigid routine. Your journey is your own, and every positive step counts. Remember, there's no one right way to enjoy chia seeds. Mix them into what you already love, try new recipes, and find the texture and flavor that fits your preferences. Notice how they blend in, how they add gentle texture without overpowering the flavor. It's about making life easier, not harder. And most important of all, this is your community. Share your story below. Tell us your favorite way to eat chia seeds, your best recipe, or the results you've noticed so far. Ask your questions. Even if you think it's silly, someone else is probably wondering too. Celebrate your progress, even if it's small. You never know who you might inspire just by sharing your experience. What's holding you back? Drop your worry below, and let's help each other move forward. If you ever feel discouraged or unsure, remember it's not about doing things perfectly. It's about doing something kind for yourself at your own pace, one meal and one day at a time. Every step forward is worth celebrating. Next, we'll guide you through your very first week with Chia, what to notice, how to track your progress, and ways to make this small habit stick. Keep going and keep reaching out. We're all in this together. As you begin your first week with Chia Seeds, remember, progress isn't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's the little shifts that matter most, subtle changes that quietly remind you your efforts are working. What should you look for? Many people notice the first difference in the morning. Maybe you wake up and as you swing your legs out of bed and feel the floor beneath your feet, there's a touch less ache. Maybe you're just a little more willing to get up and move. For Margaret, it was feeling steadier as she stood up. No need to pause or brace herself quite so much. Frank found more energy for his daily walk, not stopping halfway up the stairs. Louise noticed less stiffness in her knees, making it easier to step into the garden and water her favorite flowers. You might notice that your steps feel more confident or that you don't worry as much about slipping or feeling weak halfway through the day. Some people even report their appetite and digestion feel more comfortable. Chia's fiber and hydration quietly helping in the background. Here's an important tip. Write down your small wins. Keep a notebook on your nightstand or jot a note on your calendar at the end of each day. Did you climb the stairs without thinking twice? Was your morning walk just a bit easier? Did you try a new recipe and actually enjoy it? These little victories are proof that your new habit is making a difference, even if it's just one small thing at a time. You're joining hundreds of others taking small steps each day. And if you haven't felt much difference yet, that's okay too. Sometimes the body just needs a little more time to catch up. Keep going and trust that the benefits are building quietly beneath the surface. If you're comfortable, share what you notice in the comments. Scroll through other stories if you need inspiration. Sometimes the encouragement you need is already waiting below. Our senior club community is built on encouragement, and your experience might inspire someone else to stick with it for another day. Most of all, remind yourself that every spoonful of chia is a step towards staying independent, mobile, and active. It's not about being perfect or making giant leaps. It's about being kind to yourself, building a habit that supports the life you want, and celebrating each little bit of progress. As you move forward, let those subtle changes motivate you. Take pride in every day you choose to nourish your body and protect your strength. You're proving that even the smallest choices can keep you living the life you love. Coming up, we'll look ahead to your next step for muscle health, a new fruit that could help tired muscles bounce back faster than you thought possible. For now, savor your wins and keep moving forward, one day and one bite at a time. As you wrap up your first week with Chia Seeds, remember, this is just the beginning of your journey to stronger, steadier legs and a life filled with more energy and confidence. Every new habit opens the door to another opportunity, and there's always more to discover on the path to lifelong independence. Maybe your mornings felt a little lighter this week, or you noticed a touch more spring in your step. If so, take a moment to feel proud. And remember, thousands of others are right here with you, taking the same small steps and building a community of hope. If you found Chia Seeds helpful, I hope you'll be there with me for our next video. We'll shine a light on a different kind of superfood, a sweet, simple fruit that scientists say can help tired muscles bounce back fast. If you're tired of soreness or want to enjoy family outings with less recovery time, don't miss it. We'll learn together as always. Here at Senior Club, we believe in the power of small, hopeful steps. Every day, more people are joining our community, sharing victories, swapping recipes, and encouraging each other through every win, no matter how small. When you comment below, you're not just telling your story, you're reaching out a hand to someone else, reminding them they're not alone. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another gentle tip or inspiring story. Share this video with a friend or loved one who could use a boost, And most importantly, leave a comment. What has changed for you? What are you hoping for next? What's one thing you're proud of this week? Thank you for trusting us with your journey. We don't take that lightly. Stay strong, stay connected, and keep moving forward. One bite, one habit, one hopeful step at a time. Thank you for being part of Senior Club. We're here for you, and we can't wait to see you again. Stronger, steadier, and ready for what comes next.